Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears versus Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks.
The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Play action. Now it's Lock. Steps away. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first play picked off. Fields throw complete here to Kmet. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Norris. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Locke. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Fields now to throw. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Block off a play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Locke looks to throw it again. Out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions. And here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield. He was standing in the pocket. But just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big play there on the keeper.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 7 yards the pick up there. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. On 2nd down, Vernon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 3rd down, Vernon. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. To throw it is Locke. On the move to his left. He'll check that down to Carson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. A final shot before the break. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. Cam Akers, well on his way to a 100-yard afternoon. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they trail the visiting Patriots at halftime. Darius Slayton, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they lead the visiting Browns in that one at halftime. A touchdown pass there for Derek Carr. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. From the gun on third down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's A.J. Coldell. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On play action, Locke rolling to his left. He hits his target, Lockett. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Steps away. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke out to his left. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Locke now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead at 13 to 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. On 2nd and 9. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Locke on the move to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Rolling to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Locke going to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now it's Lockett. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, That's a flag coming out every time.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Carson, the first down and more. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Able to find Kmet. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is incomplete here.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. To throw is Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that That touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So now Fields and the Bears down by 2 touchdowns. 55 seconds remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now Green, staying on the ground. Let's hope he's all right. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
Well, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
And, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now it's Fields.
Man open is Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Seahawks, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.